Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the next episode of Quick Scope presented by Scuff right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. What an absolutely wild week it has been. We had 3 weeks of stage 2, and then we had the major that just finished, and hello, Toronto.
Oh my God, he's still alive, Chance. 5 in a row now for Banks.
I mean, this is Benjamin Banks at his absolute finest right now.
If you had told me that Toronto Ultra was gonna come in and beat FaZe in the grand final, I would have told you to get out.
Kleenex, can he get number 7? Yes, he can. Ultra, they keep on trucking.
But where does that leave teams like a Dallas or an Optic? You expected better from them, and granted, Dallas did get 3rd, but that's not really good enough and not what we expect from them.
Trying to hunt him down, not enough time. Informal again in a clutch situation.
Way under them, you've got a lot of struggling teams. You've got the Gorillas, you've got Paris, you've got other teams that are probably considering some roster changes. So I'm sure as we get ready for stage 3 to start, there's going to be a lot more action that's going to happen. Not to mention, we might potentially see a change in how the control mode is played. So if you were bored, you're not going to be for very much longer. A lot is about to happen for stage 3, and there's a couple points that I'd actually like to lean into. It took some teams a little bit of time to get on the bandwagon, but rookies, I think the league is finally figuring out how valuable they can be.
For Insight, he's getting it done from a distance. No lives left from Milan to FaZe. Oh, my word! Insight can't kill everyone, but he damn well tried.
Pluck them up, put them into your starting roster, and watch it flourish.
Standing, he's lurking down below.
I was just saying, no one's taking up the pinch.
Take a look at Minnesota.
Not ready for standing. That's going to be all 4 dead. They're going to get the final 4 seconds in Rocker at the major, undefeated.
Take a look at Toronto. You bring in Insight.
And Insight, the bedrock right now of this team.
You have rookies all across the league, and more often than not, they are paying dividends for these teams. Toronto, you brought Insight in, and it was a controversial change because Methods wasn't doing poorly by any means, but look where it got you. You won the 2nd major. So teams, there's a lot of AMs in the wings. You need to get in the program because there's a lot more talent out there that could potentially elevate some of these struggling teams into championship contenders. FaZe, they don't need to make a change, that's for certain. They have an excellent core in their team, but
He finds another one, and it is falling to pieces right now for FaZe.
if they want to win a championship again, they were looking for the back-to-back, they did not get it. Well, it's gonna start with going back to the basics. Their S&D, something that they had an 11-2 record in at one point, that they were the best team in the league, really fell short, especially during this major. So FaZe, are they the best team in the league? Undisputed, the answer is yes. Do they have a lot more polish work that they need to get done? Yes. S&D, boys, you guys are legends in Search and Destroy. I expect you to pick it up, and I have full faith that they'll be able to do so. Next up, I have Ogre 2, aka Tom, the general manager of Florida, back on Quick Scope.
Hey Katie, thanks for having me back.
Tom, Florida Mutineers, you just made a team change. Slacked was benched. So as a general manager on a team, how do you determine when a team change is viable, when the best time is, and how do you find that fit that you think is going to be most beneficial to the team?
I think the obvious first step is how's the team doing in their matches? Obviously, if the team's winning, likely that they're not going to make a change.
Stop, but wait, Sky! Oh boy, finds 2. Sky finds the 3rd!
I'm a firm believer that any team that's not winning over an extended period of time is going to make a change. You know, based on scrims and what you see in matches and talks with the players and the coaches and stuff, you know, how do they sound towards each other?
Skies. Oh, what a shot!
How are they playing with each other in regards to, do they still trust each other? I think trust is a big thing in competition. It's a trust that you can win with that player and that you can count on them. The teammate still needs to have faith in their team that they can win. The final call also very much depends on a few other things, such as what's available on the player market and just talent scouting and whatnot.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Tom. So this is what I've been most excited to talk about in this Quick Scope episode, and that's our MVPs from the major.
Is Bance going to check it? 20 seconds to get this one done. Is he going to check it? Is he going to check the bomb? He's got to go. He's got to go now. The shots are there. Ultra get the round. It's 5 in a row, and it's Benjamin Bance still leading the charge.
Who else but Bance and Kleenex from Toronto? The entire roster played their hearts out. But Bance, if you didn't see it on Twitter, he released messages he sent to his fiance questioning if he should just retire going into the major. And then he proceeds to give one of the most outstanding performances we have seen from him in years. Bance, do not retire. We are not done with you yet in Call of Duty. The flanks, the clutch plays, the double kills that he got to win rounds and maps for his team. He was a MVP performing player for Toronto throughout the major. Not just against FaZe, but against Optic, Minnesota, and Dallas too. Toronto took out the best teams in the entire league, all in one major. That's absolutely incredible.
5 for 4. It's 5 straight rounds. One more now for the win. Chance, what are we seeing here?
You also can't ignore Kleenex. Kleenex had such an outstanding performance throughout the entire major. He's a rookie who came into the Toronto lineup last year. He's a player who had his test in this grand final against FaZe. He had a blunder on that Moscow S&D. He didn't use his streak to get Arcides off the bomb.
It's a 1v1, Kleenex for the map, Arcides for the round 11. He pinged it! Arcides is on the defuse. Arcides is gonna go for the defuse right now. He get this done. Kleenex, he's got no idea what's about to befall him. He calls in the artillery! But the bomb gets defused. They use the artillery, they use the ping, and now it's a round 11.
That is just dropping the ball with the streak.
They ended up losing a crucial map, but Kleenex, he didn't let it phase him. He went into the control that next map on raid and he wiped the floor with FaZe.
Behind, perfect timing. 4 kills in a row. 5 kills in a row for Kleenex. So straight onto the B zone he goes.
So Kleenex, you're here to stay and you deserve to be. Congratulations on your first ever major win. And Bance and Toronto, well, you certainly look scary and you deserve the MVPs.
Test, he's gonna get cut to pieces. And what do you know? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way and they get the job done.
Social media was not wanting for drama this week, and there was a lot that happened that I don't think we necessarily need to touch on right now, but something I do want to focus in on is Slasher. He was the in-game leader and the captain and the star player for LA Thieves. You may have missed him at the major because that was his first major appearance he has not had since his career started. It sent shockwaves through the Call of Duty community, many pros voicing their shock at what had happened on Twitter. But for Slasher, what does that mean for him? He's an incredible main AR, he's an incredible leader, so what happens to some of these older pros, we'll have to wait and see. But with the way that rookies are starting to take over, they better step up their game. Before I sign off, I want to talk to you about being a fair weather fan. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that means being someone who critiques and is exceedingly harsh on your team and is generally unsupportive when they do poorly, but acts like they're God's gift to the world when they're doing well. No one likes that fan. Don't be that fan. I've seen that happen with Optic. I saw everything in the chat with you guys saying that Envoy needs to get dropped or Dashy needs to get dropped. I see y'all do it with all of these teams. Have faith in your rosters. Optic doesn't need to change a damn thing. They are playing very well. They just got some stuff that they have to clean up. So Greenwall, have faith in them. I know that you do. Just also keep that faith when maybe they're not performing well or they make a blunder. And that's not just for Optic. That's for every team in the league. If you are going to be a fan of a team, you need to be there for them in the dark times and the good times. Be there for them no matter what is happening, because that is the ecosystem for COD that we want. We want those passionate fan bases that will cheer their team on and talk smack no matter if they've been eliminated or if they're on their way to the grand final. If you have thoughts about that, maybe you think I'm wrong. I'm not, but if you think I'm wrong, or if you think I'm right, or you have some thoughts you want to share, please do leave them in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about some of the fair weather fandom that you have seen in COD. I have had so much fun talking through everything that happened at the major with you guys on our latest episode of Quick Scope presented by Scuff, right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. And I know you guys hate when people do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's worth it. Like, subscribe to the channel, please, so that you don't miss any of the upcoming Quick Scope episodes. And in the meantime, we've got Stage 3 coming up, and I'll see you then.